How does learning a fill from another drummer specifically help you? Simply put, it opens your mind to how another person thought about drums, and it will inspire you to play differently and to play better fills than you ever have before. In this tune, every fill starts with band Unison Hits, so let's learn those first, then we can get to the details of the fills themselves. Firstly we have... Secondly we have... Now I'll play that all through so you can see. Fill, 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 fill. Fill, 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 fill. Lots and lots and lots and lots of fill. Really, really, really so much fill. Now we can tackle that first fill. This is the one every drummer secretly wants to do, isn't it? It's a monstrous fill down all of the toms in sequence. But speaking of monstrous fills, Neil Peart was famous for having a monster kit that at last count held approximately 20,001 tom-toms. You may not be playing on something quite so expansive, and rather like me, perhaps you have, one or two. If your situation is similar to mine, where you don't have all the toms, we shall adapt. So let's focus on the rhythm more than the actual drums being played. Let me play it slowly. You'll notice there's this inconvenient cymbal hit somewhere, like it was deliberately designed to trip you up. Let's count through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right on our last 3 and. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. For a moment, forget about all those fast tom notes. Just anchor yourself in where those hits are. Internalize them so you can easily roll this off. Now we can add all those crazy fast tom notes, but we'll start with one drum only. Let's count through that. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... Once you're comfortable with that, play it around whatever toms you have available. Then gradually increase the speed until... Now for fill number 2. This is such a classic pattern and many drummers have used it. It's a way of playing really, really insanely fast without actually using any doubles. In this video, you can vaguely see Neil sort of moving around between the toms. Perhaps it just seems like a bunch of noise to you. Let me slow it way down. This might be a pattern you need to work on. If so, stick to one drum, don't bother moving around, and play it 3 minutes a day, something like that. Sit there, lead with your right hand and go. And then gradually increase that speed. Don't be disheartened if you're not at Neil's crazy speed right now. Just sit and play this 3 minutes a day for a month or so, and you'd be surprised how far you can come. But before we get lost in an endless rabbit hole of notes, let's bring it back to Tom Sawyer and zoom out. We need to zoom out in order to see where do all these notes go. Neil's laying this pattern of 3 over a larger pattern of 3. Confused? Don't know what I'm in? I don't even know what I'm in. Let's get into it. Let me play the whole fill, but only with the right hand, missing out all those fast notes. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see you've got those triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. In between those big triplets, that's where your small triplets go. I'm not sure I can count through that out loud. Shall we try it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Deviously, Neil has squished this right-left foot pattern inside a larger pattern of 3, like a medieval dinner where they famously would stuff one bird with several other birds. But how do you go about approaching this? Phase 1, leave out the fast notes. And get that to speed. Phase 2, try and add in those fast notes. And gradually increase the speed until you feel like you're just about there. Note, you'll end with this flam on the snare. That's where the band Unison Hits come back in. That rhythm again. Dabble. And speaking of that, let's get into fill number 3. But just before we do that, if you've loved this super granular breakdown, then I might have something you'll love even more. And I just want to take a minute to tell you about it. Hey friend, we'll jump back to the video in just a moment, but I want to give you an option to fast track your drumming skills with me. You see, there's a lot of great content out there, but honestly, the best way I ever found to improve was find someone who can give you a personalized curriculum that's going to help you play what you want to play, right? So when my double strokes were bad, one lesson with my drum teacher gave me all the information I needed to make that change, because my teacher could see what I was doing wrong and fix it instantly. Because it's been so powerful for me, I want to offer you exactly the same thing right here, right now. You can jump on a free one-to-one call with me, and on that call we will discuss 3 things. Firstly, what are your goals with your drumming? Secondly, we'll diagnose what's stopping you hitting those goals. And thirdly, we will map out your next 5 moves towards seeing that breakthrough. Now, there's 2 reasons I offer this. Firstly, because I love seeing people win, and I love the drums, of course. Secondly, because I do have a long-term lessons program called Pro Level Pathfinder, where I help students implement this curriculum that we map out on the call. And if I reckon you're a good fit for that program, we can talk about that. Regardless, the purpose of this initial call is just to see you succeed and to get all the joy you possibly can out of playing the drums. There's a link to book your call in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you there. Fill number 3, back to the fast notes and the seemingly random cymbal hit in the middle of the bar. But if you listen to it really closely, it sounds a bit weirder even than the other one. It sort of sounds like it's not quite in the right place somehow. First of all, the Unison Hits have previously all been with kick and cymbals. Now we switch to snare kick, kick snare. Now what about all those fast tom notes? Let's slow it way down. Listen again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's just slightly after that beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And now going straight from, you just have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just got to make sure that first crash after coming off the toms is really close. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know the drill. Gradually increase the speed until, if you've got this far, super congratulations to you. Most falter way before this, and you're going to be such a better drummer because of sticking with it. Now for fill number 4. We've again got cymbal hits with lots and lots of fast tom notes in between. Let's anchor those cymbal hits first before we worry about all the fast notes. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Once you've got that in your mind, it's a case of filling the gaps between the cymbal hits with beautiful tom notes. This time it's not quite every beat. You have 4 strokes on each drum and then a cymbal crash. One, 2, 3, 4, crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, crash, crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, crash, crash. All through. And then rounding off with a nice kick snare. Then you'll be back into the beat and you'll have done it. So let's hear that all through, shall we? I've got another tune for you. So I'm doing a slightly heavier tune than I've done before. It's got a lot of that heavy but funky kind of playing and some really fun fills. So if that's the sort of thing you want in your life, then the video is here and I will see you right there.